What's up, Dice Crew? Keeping it a Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all. Now, look, we got Munchie B and Mariah over there at Rich at Heart Podcast on the Street TV channel speaking about is telling on the dead considered as snitching? You know, and this is all like kind of bouncing off of the interview that Munchie B and Spider Loc just did over there at Spider Loc channel with Terrence Gangster Williams. You know, that's Birdman brother. I think he been kind of like booming in the YouTube space for like maybe 2 or 3 years, you know, and it been a lot of different, you know, he even had like a back and forth for Boozy at one point, and you know, people be, you know, well, him himself, he has came out and said that to get out of jail, he helped the police solve some cases. So, you know, let's tune in and see what Munchie and them got to say. Shout out to the Dice Crew. Shout out to the sponsors, Yard Down Bullies. And I'm going to keep it a Benji for y'all doing my reaction. Y'all keep it a Benji for me in the comments. Let's rock.
Regardless of, you know.
Okay, first of all, they give him a lot of slack because he got out of jail because he helped the feds close some, or the law period close some cold cases.
Right.
In the cases that, you know what I'm saying, was dealing with murders, but the people that took part in the murders, they're no longer living. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now, but he accept that Birdman don't want to deal with him. Mm-hmm. And others, because he said he the one that made the rules, and then, you know, he quite didn't stick by it by cooperating with the law, closing cold cases, even though he didn't tell nobody. He told on people that's not living no more. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I'm saying he is happy to be free. He not tripping that he can't get the red carpet treatment dealing with Birdman, you know what I'm saying, and all that. He just like, he accepted it, you know what I'm saying?
He'll be able to pave his own way like he's been doing, and,
Yeah,
you know, make a name for himself. A lot of people do agree if if they've committed a crime, they're no longer here, like, hey, put it on me. I would rather my friend be out than, you know, but everybody has their own way of snitching and, you know.
Hey, me personally, bro, if I pass tomorrow, I would rather whomever I did anything with, put it all on me. I did everything. I'm resting. And I'd rather that than somebody just be rotting in a cell about to do the rest of their days in jail. I'd rather them put that on me than just sit there.
Now, you know what? I'm like 50-50 with that, right? The reason why is because if I do care about you, I mean, you know, even if I just rock with you a little bit and you on the right side of the ground and, you know, I'm dead, I would love for you to be able to use me in a certain way to get you out of a jam. However, I also could be participating in putting you in a deadly situation. Cause say if I yeah, tell on me if I die, do what you want to do. Then, you know, you can do that. But at the same time, if you really know how these streets go, it's another population, a percentile of individuals who do not agree with that format. You know, because you got snitching to where, you know, 4 or 5 people get into a crime and then people roll over. You got informing, you know what I mean? Just informing on anything going on, whether, you know, it ain't got something to do with you or not. You inserting yourself in business just so you can inform. And you also got like just the regular term of cooperating with law enforcement. And when you sit down and you start closing cases, you know, putting pieces together for law enforcement, that can definitely be frowned upon. I mean, me, myself, I'm not really a fan of that. Like, I don't really hold them in the same boat as a person who roll over on some living people, but I don't really agree with the whole telling on the dead situation because it's like this, you know, and this is not like wishing nothing bad on nobody or nothing like this, but I'm going to just use an example because, you know, Munchie is a public figure and he be speaking on how well he is with his daughter. So, like, let me use it for an example. You wouldn't want it to be like, say a person use Munchie and then these people, family or whatever the case may be, choose to try to get with Munchie kids. You know what I mean? Because a person is like, oh man, your dad did this to me. Your dad did this to me. Somebody else is always willing to make somebody else pay for something that they, play for something that somebody close to them have done. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's also like maybe your legacy is everything because you work hard out here in this world to, you know, have your stuff together in the streets as well. So maybe it depends on what they do and try to say you did. that could tarnish your reputation and your legacy and probably have a negative impact on your family as well. I mean, you just never know where that can go, and that's a tricky situation, you know what I mean? So that's why I say it's like, I would love anybody to stay free, but I don't want nobody to ever put themselves in a twist to where they can possibly, lose their life or something or face a situation. Because say, you can end up being in jail anyway, even if you tell on me as a dead person. And let me give you a scenario about how that can work. Like, you go, say you tell on the dead person, right? So obviously a lot of people ain't feeling that. Some people understand that. Some people agree with that. But 8 out of 10, the fact that you had to tell on me anyway, it probably means that you got caught up in the serious case anyway, that, they'd probably, if they would even be willing to let you just roll over on a dead person and it even put a dent in the situation you got going on, that means you probably are a dangerous individual, right? So when the percentage of the population that don't agree with what you're doing, you possibly going to lay a demonstration down. You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? That means you're going to end up doing something to somebody because they're approaching you about calling you a cooperator with law enforcement, and you probably going to do something to them. And then, it's a possibility that you get picked up again, and now you don't have no more get out of jail free cards anyway. So it's all just a weird twist, but it's a great topic to discuss. You know what I mean?
I don't get the whatever, but I guess some people too damn tough. I mean, I don't know. Everybody takes his own. If you want to sit there because you don't want to tell on somebody that ain't living and they can't come back and do the time, that's good for you. Like, to each his own. But if I'm gone, bro, Munchie did it. Go ahead and put it on me. I don't care.
You can't come back. You can't go back and do your time, But this people are always going to be opinionated no matter what, so it doesn't even matter, I wish the best for Terrence Williams as well. For Spider, he gonna get back in his bag and back focus. That's a really big interview.
And I also want to point out the fact that Birdman interact with his own brother the way he do. It shows you the severeness of how certain people really care about you cooperating with law enforcement. That's a big thing to certain people. I'm not saying that Birdman hate him and stuff like that, but he just, he does not show him all the affection and everything he could show him because he look at him as a code breaker. You know what I mean? And, you put a bad light on everything because everybody is a part of the whole Hot Boys, Cash Money. And if we saying we ain't committing crimes and stuff like this, but you roll around and you tell a person about 10 different crimes, you pretty much are putting us in the light of a criminal group of people. You know what I mean? Like, it's all kind of stuff that can be took it different than how it is. You know what I mean? And I got to watch more interviews about Terrence Gangster because, if I'm not mistaken, I think he did like 20 years anyway before he was able to even get offered that type of deal, and I got to look into it some more because I think at one point Boozy was saying something like, I don't think the police is letting you walk if you just telling on the dead. Because police be wanting somebody to pay for something. But I got to tune in a lot more on some stuff so I could just really know more of the facts about his case particular.
Actually, that y'all did. I can't wait to see it. I'm actually going to see it after I leave here.